So the other day I was driving, heard a weird noise, and suddenly this loud vibration noise started coming from my passenger seat underneath the dashboard. And I actually looked on the floor and there was actually some pieces of plastic. So I'm not sure if something in my car broke and got into the motor, or if maybe something from the ground came up and went into the blower motor. So I'm gonna pop it open and see if I can just take the debris out. Hopefully that's all that I have to do for this to fix this noise, but I may actually end up needing a new blower motor. So we'll see. Okay guys, so you'll come into your passenger side seat, open your glove compartment, and there's two little turn keys that keep this thing up. You've got this one on here, and let's see, and that one right there. And you will turn these toward you to unlock them. Let's see if I can get you this. So just turned it like that, and then slide it out. So it just slides right out. And see how I slid it out like that? That's how it has to go back in, with the one little notch at the top and the large piece at the bottom. Okay. And let's see if I can get the other one. And turn to the left. I mean, not to the left, sorry, turn toward you. And just slide it out. Small notch at the top, large at the bottom. This will allow your whole glove box to drop all the way open. Now, there is another way you can do this. You can actually take this whole piece out. Like, there's a whole large piece that can come out. I'm just doing this quick way to be able to show you how to check. So right here, this is your whole blower motor is inside of here. And right here, this is where your air filter is. See if I can get you a little light on that, guys. So it's right there in that, where I'm flashing the light across, that is what it is. That tab right there and that tab right there, both of you pressed in toward the center here to be able to pull this tray out. So I pressed it in, and I pressed this right here. Let's see if I can get you some light on that. There you go. So I press here and pull out a little bit. And as you can see, mine actually has no filter in it. So it's why I think debris was able to get directly into that blower motor. So I'm gonna have to take the blower motor out to be able to see if I can empty debris or have to replace it. All right, you guys, so I had a strange idea. I was thinking maybe since there's such large gaps in this filter cover that debris was able to get in, that my hand actually might be able to fit in. So I actually just reached my hand in there and I was able to pull out some pieces of debris. Here, I'll show you guys what I've been finding. So stuff like this is actually down in, stuff like this is actually down in my blower motor. Let's see, here's another piece that I pulled out. So I'm gonna see if I can show you an image of this, guys. Let's see. Okay, so I'm actually being kind of crazy and doing this and turning the blower motor because it rotates, and I've been feeling around for debris. And I think I just found that in there. So I might actually be able to do this without removing the blower motor, because that's going to be a pain in the butt. I don't feel anything else. And I'm not. The only thing about this, without taking it into a mechanic, is, I mean, I know a little bit about cars, but not a ton. So I don't know if this plastic actually came from something I ran over and it just popped up into the air filter there, or if it's actually from something else in my engine that busted or popped or broke and it got sucked in. So it's a bit of a pot shot not going in and having them examine all those pieces that I pulled out. So, but I'm also going to turn on the car now. And I think I've got all the pieces out of there that I could feel. I felt around. I didn't feel any more pieces. So I'm going to turn on my car and see if it's still making that really large vibration noise. Okay. So that was actually a success. Before, the car was making this noise, like this very large vibration noise coming from the blower motor, because these pieces were spinning around in there. The faster, when I turned it on high, these pieces would spin around really, really fast. So it was making that really loud noise because when I would turn it on high, these pieces were being spun around really fast inside that blower motor. So that is actually why it did that. But now I've just got to diagnose, where these pieces are coming from, and hopefully it's not something important that broke in my car. All right, guys, bye. Okay, so I have my car on, and now I'm going to turn it on. Oh, I heard a little bit, but there. These are all the pieces that ended up coming out that I've collected over the last few days, plus what I just pulled out a minute ago. So this is why it was making so much noise. So I'm going to see if I can stick my phone up there and try to see where these pieces broke off from, or if maybe it just fell off somewhere else, but I'm assuming it's part of some under part of my dash. But we're going to find out. So this is where the filter goes in, right here. This area right here. That's where my filter goes in. So that is where I stuck my hand in. Actually stuck it in here and then went down to be able to see. So if you actually look in here, you can see there's some kind of like cushioning, and there does seem to be a bit of cushioning residue on those pieces of plastic that I pulled out. So I'm assuming the piece came from somewhere in here, which is not probably very good. Maybe like a hose or something, I don't know. Hey guys, so after a thorough look around the inside here, I'm actually gonna guess this might be a part of my inner dash lining. Here, I will show you guys what I'm talking about. So, in here, all of like this background you're seeing, like where those wires go in, all of this, it's actually covered by a type of lining. See how you can see the edges right there around that screw? This is like a plastic bendable type lining, which I believe had a piece break off somewhere a little bit further up and that fell into the blower motor. So now that it works, there's really no need for me to remove the blower motor. So now I'm just gonna be putting these pieces back in, and I'm just gonna show you how to do that. It's pretty simple, but just in case. So remember, like I said, tiny part up, back here, kind of slide it in there, and then turn it to the back, toward the front of your car. And then once you do, it catches. Now when you first put your first one in, you're gonna have to hold this up a little bit, because if not, you won't be able to get it in the hole. So I've already put both in, so I didn't need to hold it up this time. All right, guys. All right, well, that was how to stick your hand through your air filter hole and see if you've got stuff stuck in your blower motor. There we go. Next time. All right, so just a last piece of advice with this video. I already knew that it was probably pieces of plastic that were stuck in my blower motor, so I wasn't really too worried about sticking my hand in there. I have seen pictures of blower motors filled with leaf and debris, or even dead animals sometimes. So if you're going to do this, probably put some gloves on and be prepared to touch something weird. All right, guys, good luck.